Did you guys see that? Did you just see what I saw? What was that? James, what was that?
And you know what? What was that? Okay, James.
You guys, welcome back to Zeke's Lunchbox. If this is your first video here, I've been working on a tarot card project for literally years on this channel. This will be the 30th video I've made about the tarot card project. So the real ones who've been subscribed for years, patiently waiting, supporting, being here. This one is for you guys. Now, this isn't like an official launch or anything. This is a soft launch. This is like a little bond just for you and me between the YouTube community. I have some exciting tarot card news that will be dropping soon. And you guys just have to subscribe to my mailing list so you are the first people to know what is happening. I will drop a link down below. Subscribe to the mailing list if you are already. Good, you are in the club. Exciting news will be dropping very, very, very soon. If you don't know what's happening with the tarot card project, we are launching a Kickstarter. We did something similar last year to get funding for the project and, you know, try and finally get paid for this ridiculous project that I took on. This video today is about two of the cards in the tarot card project. I've been banking so much content from the last couple of months. Just there's a plane. Excuse me, plane. I'm making an announcement. I'm bonding with my friends here. This video is about two of the cards that I'm making in the tarot card project. Over the years, I've kind of started sketches and abandoned them, or I've done studies in my sketchbook or sketchbooks over the years. You know, explore ideas, study, obviously upskill as much as possible. And you know, sometimes those artworks are abandoned. And this project, because there are 78 cards in a tarot card deck, therefore meaning there are 78 original artworks in a tarot card deck, I have given myself permission to explore all those ideas to its full capacity. Things that I have left up on the shelf, I can actually indulge and play around with and tinker with. So that's really what this video is about. I've been wanting to draw some axolotls for the tarot card project for years, literally years. That's how long this project has been taking. And yeah, we're gonna finally do that. And I have posted on my Instagram a couple of the queens that I've drawn, but I haven't posted this one or shared this one anywhere online. So you guys are getting the very first peeks into two brand new artworks. It's a very exciting video. There's lots of amazing, awesome, cool things happening over in the Zeke's Lunchbox universe. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so I have a bunch of older illustrations that I've kind of abandoned over the years, or I've got a couple of other things where I kind of want to reuse them, recycle them, you know, use the stuff I've already been making. I've got years upon years of art to kind of use and reference in the tarot project, and I don't particularly like abandoning art, and I don't know, it always feels like it was right at the time and I just wasn't in the right place to finish it, or the ideas weren't coming to me correctly, or my skills just weren't there at the time. So I drew this beginning of a axolotl, I believe in 2018 when I first started the tarot card project. I was going to use this, I don't know, I think just for general art purposes, not for the tarot card project. If you follow me on Instagram, at Zeke's Lunchbox, you will see that I, you know, kind of regularly go through my archives on a daily basis. On Instagram, it's got like a time warp feature. And for me, it really helps me remember the phases that I've been through. And I don't know, it's almost like going through a sketchbook, you know, like there were ideas that you were exploring and you didn't quite see them through. And this one came up a couple of weeks ago. I figured, hey, let me try and figure out what I can use this old axolotl for. As you can see, it's just a plain sketch with just some lines. Have no idea what I was going to do with the legs, but that's what we're going to figure out now. And not only am I just doing one axolotl, I'm not doing two axolotls, we are going to do three. So this is going to be the Three of Cups. Originally, the Three of Cups is a really powerful card. I get, you know, a lot of strong female energy from it. Almost a witch-like energy from the Three of Cups. I will show you some other cards that I've been doing in the minor arcana. A trio of axolotls would be really cute. Axolotls do have quite long bodies, so I think that would really suit the orientation of the card. And we're gonna work out what that looks like. I'm really happy to be using, you know, this abandoned sketch and trying to actually just use everything that I've got in the archives. It feels really satisfying to be able to do that. So that's what we're gonna do. Alrighty everybody, so this is the composition that I am tinkering with right now. I definitely wanted the three axolotls to be interconnected and interwoven. The good thing about axolotls is that realistically they don't actually have very bendy backs and tails, but because they are an aquatic animal, you can kind of suspend your disbelief and pretend that their tails are this bendy. I really like when things are really interconnected and they're not just placed all together. I believe the card is about connection as well, so I think that plays well with the narrative of the card. I think the card's about unification, connection. Don't quote me on that. I'm just gathering from, you know, all the years of doing tarot and then looking at the original card. I'm just getting those sort of vibes. And yeah, I'm liking the direction of it so far. And also it'll be nice to do an underwater scene. Not just that, an underwater scene with some orange water. There's something, you know, really fantastical and surreal about it all. So it's the evening now, about 5 o'clock. I'm gonna get back to this later on tonight and try and get a real move on with the cards this week. Yeah, that's where I'm up to, and I will check in with you guys later. Hi folks, so we're gonna do a little update. This is the number 1 axolotl finished. I will finish up the tail once I get there. If you know axolotls, they have much fatter tails. It's almost like a feather shape, and they're not these like snaky worm shapes. You know, for the sake of keeping the piece a lot more dynamic and giving it movement, that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna keep it the way it is. But I'll continue to render, finish off the tail once I add the other 2 axolotls. But yeah, happy with where it's going so far. It's actually really nice being able to do a different light source with this piece. Normally I just do a pretty flat light source that comes from this direction instead. And yeah, a more dramatic like light source coming down from the top is just a bit more exciting. I do get quite bored with a lot of the pieces because it is very laborious and very repetitive. So yeah, it's nice working on something fresh. This axolotl here is going to be a lot more pink, and then this one here is going to be an albino axolotl. Really hoping I can smash this one out today. Fingers crossed. that is artwork number 1 out of 2 in this video. Kind of just wanted to take a little moment to pause and really reflect, because I drew this piece around late May/June, and I really just want to, I don't know, I guess reflect on it. All of the cups in my tarot card project are like an orange. I will share some on screen right now. It's been the most challenging color palette that I've had to use in the tarot card project. Each suit in the tarot card project has a different color. You guys will just have to continue watching and subscribe to know more about the tarot card project. I can't cover it in this video. The next couple of weeks of content will be like really delving in deep into planning of everything and really explaining all the different color palettes, blah, blah, blah. More information soon. I'm just telling you right now, the orange color palette that I had to work with the cups was really difficult. Really needed that green to off-center the orange because they are sort of complementary colors. Do I love and adore this axolotl piece? I wouldn't use those words. I really like it. I think it's a really playful piece. That being said, like, there's something really creepy about the orange colors and the aquatic theme that I have throughout all of the cups. I don't know why, but the cups kind of make me feel a little uncomfortable in a campy way. Not like it's uncomfortable in like a grotesque way. It's more just like, it's so campy and kitsch, and I kind of have that battle a lot with my artwork where it's like, I feel like I just make so much work that's like incredibly tacky. I haven't acknowledged that or dug that deep into that on this channel for quite some time, but I don't know. I feel like with social media, I can't like say anything negative about my own art because it's bad marketing and whatever, but I'm just trying to be as honest as possible with you guys about the whole process. Also, axolotls are really kind of creepy as well. Like, they're such a weird, obscure animal. I guess all aquatic animals kind of are slimy and kind of gross, but charming, and that's why we love them. I love the little triangle that the axolotls create. I think it was really challenging actually trying to separate and have 3 very different colored axolotls. I think my least favorite part are the cups, actually. I am toying with the idea of swapping the cup that I drew in this one to the other cup version that I've done in the suit. I have to just remember, finished is better than perfect. There are lots of cards that I would like to edit and change, and that's unfortunately the little trap that you get with digital work, but I'm just gonna leave it until it comes to the final press format that I'm going to be making later on this year. Let's move on to the queens. While you're here and you've made it this far, however, make sure you like and subscribe. Please subscribe. There's so much exciting stuff happening. Half of you guys watching are not subscribed, so tisk tisk, very naughty. A lot of tarot card news coming very soon, so subscribe. Alrighty, folks. So moving on to the Queen of Wands. This is the Queen of Wands over here. So similar to the sun, she's holding a sunflower. With my version of the sun, I didn't put the sunflower in. I just gave the elephant boy a rose instead. I still feel like it's a flower. It still symbolizes, you know, similar things. It has the lion crest up the top here and 2 lions on the side of the throne, as well as a cat down the bottom, and obviously she's holding the wand. I really love this color palette. It's very similar to the other sky pieces that I've done in the major arcana, and yeah, I'm excited to finally finish the 4 court cards and, you know, finally put an end to this particular color palette and this little series within the collection of the tarot cards. When I was thinking of what to do for the queens, I knew I wanted to definitely have all of the queens be in profile. For me, I guess because I'm in Australia and the queen that I know is the Queen of England, I'm pretty indoctrinated when it comes to imagery of what queens look like. I always associate a queen with being in profile, just like the money that we have in Australia. For me, it feels earnest to represent the queens in my tarot deck in a similar fashion. I am currently going going through a lot of old sketches just to see if I can use some sketches in the past, take a photo of them, and then start digitizing them and trace over an old sketch so I can, you know, speed up the process of making art. I definitely wanted my queens to be as diverse as possible with their profiles. I had remembered that I drew this lady over here with her beautiful profile and her gorgeous nose as well. This is the first queen that we're going to work with. I have drawn and experimented with a rough idea just over here. I don't know, I was just initially playing around with the idea of splitting the queen in the middle here. I am doing a lot of split heads in the tarot card court cards. After playing around, this is what I had landed on. As you can see, it's the same lady from this sketch a couple of years ago. You know, I haven't had to plan out a sketch for a lot of the cards for quite some time. The other cards are more abstract, or they have an animal and they don't necessarily have a figurative person featured in the card. And as soon as I have a figurative person or just a figure in my artwork, I do have to plan it out a little bit more just so I can understand the flow of the composition and everything. As you can see, I abandoned the split head. I did experiment with like splitting off the head with this illustration, but it just wasn't working as well because the silhouette right now is just so perfect and I don't want to disrupt that too much. My main focus was that I wanted the composition to follow a triangle as much as possible. And when you're following a triangle composition, you know, you've got a stable base, but then you also have a main focal point. So it feels easy to read for the person who is looking and analyzing the card. It just has better hierarchy that way. So yeah, let's get into illustrating this one. Alrighty folks, so before I head further into painting mode, I've just been prepping the file over on the right. So the file on the right is the one that I will be working on, and that will be the official file for the Queen of Swords. I just had to transfer it over so the canvas size was bigger, and also so it would have a higher DPI. This just means that the file is print ready and it's ready to go, and basically it's just a massive file. That's really my goal for today, hoping to render out all of her skin and, you know, really give her a lot of depth. And yeah, I'm really excited to work on her. I really love the ear. It's a shame that the wand hides the ear, but I'm hoping I can still capture quite a bit at the top here. Fingers crossed. All right, you guys, yeah, let's get to it. This is where I'm at with the Queen of Wands. I'm absolutely loving her profile. I love like the tattoos that I've added onto her cheek and face and chin. I'm just working out the two lions and some kind of flower emerging from the bottom here. It's just looking like it needs a little bit of softness or like one tiny little micro element to fill in this area here, but I'm just trying to work out what that is exactly. And then lastly, I have to work on the crown. I do like like how the crown currently looks like a burst of energy and just like sparkling stars, but I don't think I can keep it the way it is, obviously. Like, that's just a little doodle. At the same time, I do want to keep it kind of rough. I don't know, I'm trying to work it out. But yeah, almost there. Happy with the progress from yesterday. These 2 cards, tick, tick, they are finished. I feel like a couple months ago, I was really in intense routine of being able to finish these cards super quickly. I don't know, watching the video back, because I did film this like, you know, a couple of months ago, watching the video back and realizing how quickly I've pumped out a couple of the cards. Like, some of the cards really did take like 2 days. And if you compare that to how slow I used to work in the beginning of the project with like actual paintings, the original acrylic paintings, they took maybe like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks to complete. Compare that to 1 or 2 days with digital painting. It's pretty crazy how quickly the 2 different mediums can be. Let's chat about the Queen. Now, this color palette I am obsessed with. I just feel like I really want to explore a lot more pieces with this like beautiful aqua, sky, baby blue color palette. I don't know, for me it feels like really neutral, and it really, really balances out the pinks, the really like pastel magenta pinks that are in the hair of the Queen, as well as the lilac skin. You know, the sky pieces in the tarot card deck are some of my absolute favorites. It's a color palette I want to continue exploring way past this project. For me, it just feels like so ultimate Zeke. Like, if you were to look into a dictionary or like an encyclopedia of like artists, I would prefer these artworks be what I am known for. I love the profile in this one. I feel like not many women with like broad noses are depicted enough, and I feel like her profile to me really translates well into being a queen. The lines are really cute. I feel like they've got a lot of cheeky movement, especially with the one hiding behind. It was actually really bold to just put like the wand smack bang in the middle and like kind of cover my favorite element, which was the ear. I'm really happy with this piece. If I'm comparing the 2, I would choose this piece over the axolotl piece any day, unfortunately. They're difficult pieces to compare if you were to choose a favorite, because it's got a figurative person in there, and oftentimes an artwork with a figurative person is going to win compared to like an animal. There's nothing that I would want to change with this one, to be honest. Maybe want to tweak the facial expression of the lion, make it a little bit more cute, cheruby, a little bit more like it's bursting with like, I don't know, warm, twee, fuzzy feelings, but I think he works. And this one's definitely finished rather than perfect. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. It's so important. I need you guys more than ever. This is like, we are at the most critical time in my career ever, and I need you guys so badly to support over the next month and interact, watch, like, and hopefully back the Kickstarter as well. It's going to make a huge difference. Okay, you guys, subscribe, sign up to the mailing list. Very exciting news coming soon. I will see you in the next video. Catch ya. Bye.